This is WWE superstar The Miz, and on behalf of Armstrong, we want to remind you to stay safe and that we're all in this together.
Oh yeah, I'm WWE superstar Otis, and you're watching Lonny Boy's House Show on Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Don't miss Friday Night SmackDown, Friday nights on Fox.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lonny Boy's House Show. It's been a while. We're back. That's right. We've got a lot to talk about, a lot going on because we got WrestleMania coming up. AEW continues to pick off NXT on the Wednesday ratings. I don't know how that's happening, Ray. Boring. That's how it's happening. So anyway, let's get down to business. Well, this Fastlane pay-per-view, I know Bob watched it as it was happening. I had to catch up with it and then watch it. Ray, did you watch Fastlane this past Sunday?
I did. I watched it live as it happened, step by step.
Okay. Well, I mean, let's jump right to one of the big matches. And Bob and I were talking earlier about this, and we'll get your thoughts, Ray. The Alexa Bliss dynamic with The Fiend and Randy Orton. We love the dynamic. We love the storyline where it was going. And then they just left too much space and too much open air in between all this. And then the return of The Fiend was so obvious. I mean, it was so obvious it was going to happen. It was too obvious. And then when it happened, it was just like, you know, I wasn't excited about it like I would have been a month ago if they would have done this. I think it was too late. Ray, what do you think?
I agree. It was too late and kind of, I never like to say this, cartoonish. The Fiend looks like kind of an old cartoon character called Meltman from Action League Now. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do from here with him. Like, they could have went probably another direction, probably in bringing him back. But I've learned in the past to not question the awesomeness of Bray Wyatt. So there's a method to the madness. So I'm just going to sit back and wait for it.
Well, that's going to take a lot of star power for him to. Well, I mean, it's going to take a lot of star power for him to resurrect this thing. Because, I mean, I was reading reviews on Bleacher Report, and I think they kind of did it justice, saying you're really sold on this thing and into it, or you're just completely like, what was this? And I'm moving on to something else. I mean, I was bought into it. That's
probably
I liked it. It was
spot-on review.
Yeah, and I think it was a very fair review. But even being bought or sold into it, like I said, I thought the timing between they started the storyline up until this build up now was just a little bit too late for me. And I was just like, you know, I finally got to watch it. I was like, I already knew that was going to happen. And then the melted mash thing was like, whatever. Bob?
Yeah, I mean, why would you take something that was probably your best product you had going and then wait months to bring them back and then just make it as lame as they did? I was really disappointed in it. I was expecting something really good. And like Ray said, with when he came out with that whole new mask look, it was very disappointing. And
yeah,
you know, some of the automatically people jumped on the rumors. Me and Ray had talked about this, that it was CM Punk coming back as the Fiend and all this kind of stuff. And I don't know. I just hope, like Ray says, that Bray Wyatt has a master plan here and it's going to turn into something better. Because I'll tell you what, I miss the Funhouse. I miss the Funhouse.
I miss the Funhouse too.
I have to agree. I have to agree.
Wow,
and,
new
like
glasses. New glasses and
new glasses,
perspective.
new attitude. Yeah, what is going on, Lon?
I got no new attitude. Yo, screw you and screw you. There's your new attitude.
There's the old Lon we know.
Never mind.
Listen,
but wow.
Yeah, my wife. She said I needed new style because she's got style. And basically, she doesn't want to be ashamed in public when
I
people
agree.
see me.
I
Of
agree.
course you would. So anyway, back to let's put a bow on this with Bray Wyatt. I mean, where
She
do we
beat
even
us
go
up in
from
the
here?
past, so I'm gonna tend to agree with your wife because I don't want to get beat up again.
Yeah, maybe Kevin can show that clip of her attacking us in the studio, which was your fault, Ray, to begin with. Let's be clear. So
Yeah, that was Ray's fault.
yes, it
Fine.
was clearly
Okay.
Ray's fault.
But speaking of money, Mafia Bob, not that I want Ray to hear this conversation, but
Yeah,
you know, we put out a big buffet, a big spread for the last pay-per-view.
that's right.
I mean, we're talking about tons of food,
Some of Ray's favorite drinks.
some of Ray's favorite beverages, refreshments. Oh, and guess who doesn't show up for the pay-per-view?
I was under the weather. I'm sorry.
Right Hook Ray doesn't show up.
Nope.
Oh no. He was at the trampoline park up in Erie. I got the info on it.
Yep.
So anyway,
The whole crew of his went up there.
You'll
Yeah.
never see that. You will never see that.
but that was disappointing though. And my wife, and actually I think I got a message from Ray saying that he didn't like the crab cakes that he had last time at the pay-per-view, and that's why he didn't show up.
Because I'm allergic to seafood.
Oh, you're not allergic to seafood. You're just being. My wife is angry.
And on the way home, he said that too.
Yeah, I know.
I heard that, you jerk.
Oh, hey! Whoa! What's up, Bob? What are you doing?
Put some puke.
It's all your fault, Lon.
Oh, you shouldn't say anything about our crab cakes.
And now, let's enjoy an intermission.
But anyway, I think it really lessened what Alexa was building up for herself. I think it really, like I said, just kind of made this storyline a little bit iffy for me. You're right. I mean, Bray Wyatt has the ability to pull off something big. Not the writers, but Bray Wyatt. He's the one who sells it and makes
Right.
it happen. Of course, they write him the material, but you know what? He's got to display the material. And nobody, he's one of the most authentic character wrestlers in the WWE right now, which means anything he does, I'm buying off on because, yeah, can he play the crazy, insane guy? Can he play the straight shooter? He can do all that when he wants to and when he has to.
Right.
Everybody else has to take acting lessons and read their scripts and try to pull off, genuine, like, I mean, you look at the greats, like a Ric Flair, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think Bray Wyatt's in that category of being that kind of a character. Would you agree or disagree, guys?
No, I would
And that's
agree.
pretty
He
big
has
company.
potential to be up there. He has potential to be up
Yeah.
to be up there. He's not
Right.
there yet,
He's not
but-
quite there yet.
but I mean,
yeah.
he's working there. He's working there if they give him the chance.
Yeah, you're right. There you go. That's, there's that too. So let's talk about
He's
some of the
somebody
under. Well, actually, you know what? What's that, Bob?
I was gonna say he's somebody when he gets on the mic, I can sit there and watch it and listen. He keeps me entertained the whole time. Where when you get Roman Reigns or some of them other ones on there for 10, 15 minutes, I'm just like, come on. They're so boring.
Oh, I know.
They have no personality at all.
They drag it on way too
Ray
far.
shaking his head.
Just like
We're ripped the head of the table. Ray don't like it.
no, Ray don't like that at all.
You're insulting your tribal chief. When are you guys going to learn? Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Let's talk about that match then. Daniel Bryan is bananas as far as being a good wrestler. And again, we've said it before, he makes other people look good. He made Roman Reigns look better than Roman Reigns is. Ray, thoughts and opinions?
It was a great match. We knew it was going to be a great match. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns it's beautiful chemistry. Big guy, little guy. It just works. They just work together perfectly. and especially when it's heel Roman, babyface Daniel, it works perfect. There's not much more to add to it. Would I like to see this at WrestleMania again? Yes. Make it a triple threat match. I hope it's a triple threat match. Throw in Edge. That means this match is probably going to be one of, if not the highlight of both nights for
A triple threat
WrestleMania
match at a
for sure.
WrestleMania for the main event. I mean, come on. They got to do better than a triple threat match in WrestleMania for the main event. Don't you think,
But
guys?
I'm okay
Bob?
with it. But I'm okay with it if
That's
it's
what
these three guys.
that's what it looks like it's going to be now, though. I mean, that's what they're saying.
It might be the
Especially after
undercard. Who knows
Payback.
what the headliner is going to be?
What's
What's that, Ray?
that's going to be a headline. That has to be the headliner.
Yeah. I would think it would.
It has
would
to be
with Roman.
with Roman,
Yeah.
Edge, and Daniel Bryan. There's no way that it can't be anything but the
Honestly, with
headliner.
anything else, if anything, everything else you have, I mean, what else would or could be the headline? I mean, we've seen a successful return for Seth Rollins back to pay-per-view. I mean, Ray, you had to been excited about that.
I kind of was because of the match with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah,
That was about
one
it.
maybe. Shinsuke made it exciting.
Yeah, Shinsuke made the match. Where or who's next for Seth, I don't know. If we get Seth versus Cesaro and it's just a wrestling match, we
That'd be
might get
an
a
unbelievable match.
Savage versus Steamboat caliber match if they just let them
Right.
wrestle.
Yeah, you brought that
Fingers
up. You
crossed.
were asking.
Fingers
I
crossed.
remember you put a post, on our Facebook page. Lonny Boy's House Show, and Ray does a great job facilitating that because I don't, and
I
he
try.
does.
I try.
We were talking about some of the top matches in WrestleMania history, and it keeps coming up that Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Macho Man. This is the athletic version of Macho Man before he became really puffed up and basically power bombing off the top rope with a forearm, which pretty much he became all show and no go. But in his prime back in the day, back in one of the late 80s, there's nobody more athletic and just absolutely amazing in the ring than Macho Man. And then to have an athlete like a Ricky the Dragon Steamboat matching up against him was just insane. I would put Daniel Bryan could pull that off, a Cesaro, a Seth Rollins. There's a few wrestlers right now that have that ability. Shinsuke Nakamura's one, you're right. So, but just that match alone, though, I mean, you figure, if I'm like getting a pay-per-view and I'm looking down the card and I see a Steamboat versus Macho Man matchup, I'm buying that just based on that alone. So, I don't know. I hope this WrestleMania better be big. Now they're on the Peacock network. I don't know how that's working. How's that working, Bob? You're a nerd.
I'm a nerd.
It'll be
I don't
on
know
Peacock.
how it is. Isn't it going to be on both of them, isn't it?
I'm sorry.
It's going to be on
Ray, how's
Peacock.
that going to work? You're a nerd.
Then I'll take the mantle of being the nerd. It'll be on Peacock.
Thank
WrestleMania will be on Peacock, which is kind of
So if I have
unfair, but I think it's going to be on.
do I still have to resubscribe?
It'll probably be wise of you to. Well, I resubscribed the network and did the Peacock deal. There's some deal where you can go and resubscribe your network, and it transfers it to Peacock, so you can still have it, and it has all the WWE stuff, or starting to get all the WWE stuff on there. So if you want to watch both nights of WrestleMania, you're gonna have to probably get Peacock. So might as well do it now and convert now, fans. So subscribe now.
Right. Let's talk
and
about
you can get all the movies and all the good stuff. Free
and Ray
shameless
is not a
plug for
paid
Peacock.
advertiser, are you?
No, especially on a cable network. He's sitting there promoting that thing quite as much. Come on, Ray.
No, But hey, if we want to watch WrestleMania,
Right in the hand
that's what we're gonna have
defeats
to
you.
do.
Hey, and what
Right.
you know what
Hey,
could be
So
the
but-
main event?
well, you need high.
And you're also
What's
gonna
that,
need your
Bob?
high-speed internet, so please do it through Armstrong.
Yes. There you go.
You know what the
Good save.
main event match at WrestleMania is going to be?
What?
Bad Bunny versus the
I don't
Miz.
know. Bad Bunny,
Oh,
get
I
out of here.
kind of forgot going to be on here.
They're wrestling at WrestleMania.
That was made
that is
official
I
on
know
Monday.
they are. That's not going to be a main event.
I know, I'm joking.
I don't
but
even know who
is
this
I
who
kind
Bad
of
you
thought
Bunny.
want.
that
I
you'd
don't
be
even
so
know who this
excited for that.
Bad Bunny is. No, that's just like Braun Strowman going
Well,
against Shane McMahon. Why do
he's
they
on
keep?
your playlist.
That might be a
No, he's
show
not.
stealer.
Why do they keep? What?
Braun and Shane might
What,
actually
Blue-
might be a show stealer.
Well,
Hey,
Shane,
anything Shane
actually,
does,
Shane
I'm into
McMahon, anytime
watching.
he does a match, it's just insane.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's
That's
insane in the
right.
ring.
as crazy as Shane is.
Yeah. Well, now that what Shane had to back out of the Fastlane match, and they brought in Elias. And who's that other guy they brought in, Ray?
Sons of
See,
Anarchy
thank you.
Riker.
You made my point. So
yeah.
anyway, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy Riker.
Yeah, if Ray doesn't know his name,
I know his
Yeah, I know,
name,
then it doesn't matter.
but it's just his name, but it's just a Sons of Anarchy extra, or at least looks like it. He could be something,
Yeah.
but obviously it
Sons
doesn't
of
matter.
Anarchy extra.
no, they're not using them the right way, like everyone else.
Yeah, I'm like I said, it just with this whole, not having the live fans on the live show, you're not getting the complement of wrestlers. You're not getting the complement of themes. Like I said, you can overproduce things, meaning you can put your fingers in the pie so many times to make a storyline happen and then end up ruining ingredients, especially if you don't have the character that can carry the volume of acting and then relating to the crowd, especially via the internet instead of live. I know I would have a hard time without a live audience because you feed off of that. There's your energy and there's your play and your mojo. So I do give some leeway that playing in front of blacked out TV screens or however they do that. It just got to be more difficult for the wrestlers to pull off. So I don't know, Ray. Let's talk about the women's tag team match. Who didn't see that one coming either? Sasha Banks, Belair. It's going to be a WrestleMania match for the title. Belair walks away with the title as a new women's champion. Gare, I saved everybody a lot of money.
I'm not so sure. I want to believe in that because I'm not so sure because I do love Bianca Belair because she's like Bo Jackson 2.0, but I could see Sasha walking away and keeping her title. And then
Well, your disrespect for Sasha Banks continues, so
how is that disrespectful? Me saying that Sasha leaves with her championship.
Ray thinks she's going to keep the title.
Yeah, I just said that Sasha's going to leave with her.
No, I
I'm
think
saying
there's going to
Sasha's
be a
going
change
to
of
leave with
hands
her
there.
title.
I think
And
Sasha's
Sasha
on
keeps
to
it a
bigger
little
and
bit
greater.
longer.
No, I think Sasha's on to bigger and better things. I mean, she did her Mandalorian bit. The acting bugs got her. I mean, that's where she should be on the big screen. No more small screen. Big screen they call her big screen Banks. That's what it should be.
Lon, she had a total of 10 minutes of screen time.
Well, that's more than enough to win an Academy Award.
No. in no disrespect to Sasha Banks and her career ambition, the Sasha Banks that I want and probably what most wrestling fans would want is in the ring. If she is this, if she is this division's Eddie Guerrero, then that means she needs to be in the ring. and that's what I want.
Yeah,
If
but you've
Charlotte
got
and
other
others,
women,
if Charlotte and
wrestlers
others want to
standing in
be
line to get
actors,
back in the
let
ring.
them be actors. Sasha needs to be in the ring painting masterpiece after masterpiece after masterpiece. You can't do that on set somewhere. You just can't. You
No.
really can't do both. You really can't do both.
Sure you can. Other wrestlers have pulled it off.
Name
John
them.
Cena's pulled it off. The Rock has pulled it off. Batista's pulled. No, Batista was gone from wrestling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rock was gone from wrestling. John Cena is gone from wrestling. Eddie Guerrero was not gone from wrestling. Eddie Guerrero painted a lot of masterpieces. And
I think
and
your
that's
Eddie
Sasha.
Guerrero is. I think your Eddie Guerrero is going to be not Sasha Banks, but your Eddie Guerrero is going to be Bailey or Charlotte Flair. Actually, Charlotte Flair will be the Charlotte Flair. Bailey will be the Bailey. But if you're going to have that standard, I think Bailey will carry that mantle as being the standard of women's wrestling on one of the divisions anyway.
And Bailey's kind of blazing her own trail already to be that kind of Eddie Bret Hartish kind of wrestler already. But
Right.
Sasha has all the elements to be Eddie. But she can't be Eddie if she's on set doing Star Wars shows and everything. She just can't. The boss is the boss in the ring, not doing the Mandalorian. It's just my point.
Well, like I said, I see bigger and better things for her. I see maybe an Emmy award for her performance in The Mandalorian. I see maybe a reprisal of her role. You guys are so negative. That's just all you are is negative.
How is that negative?
Oh.
How is that negative? Us saying that like literally she could be the greatest of all time in ring, and us saying we just don't want you to do television
No, you're
shows
leaving.
right now.
Yes,
Do it after.
You're leaving. You're leaving gentle
Do it after.
undertones. Which. All right. Well.
Gentle undertones.
All right.
Well,
Go ahead, Bob.
Just don't do
No,
the
but
things
you-
that Michael Jordan did. Just don't play baseball mid-prime. Do it after. Just play softball
He
after.
made that decision.
Don't-
Wait a second. He lost his dad. He wanted to change the scenery.
You don't
He
have
already
to
run
tell me that.
5
You
titles,
don't
right?
tell me that.
5 titles.
It's
He
6.
could've played
It's
ping
6,
pong.
but it could have been 8. It's 6, but it could have been 8. It's 6, but it could have been 8. You didn't need to play baseball. You could have found a pickup softball league after. You don't need to do that. You could have done it after.
All right. All right, Bob, what were you suggesting before Ray so rudely interrupted us again?
Since we were talking about Charlotte Flair and all the stuff
Yeah.
that's going on with her right now.
What, are you looking over your shoulder?
Who?
No.
Who, Ray? Someone
Oh,
coming in
but
to get
you're-
Ray.
I'm not looking over my
No,
shoulder,
I
am I?
don't know. No, it looked like Bob was looking over his shoulder like something was about to happen. I got excited there.
Oh no, I did.
No?
I don't know. I was going to ask you guys, did you get anything? I got something from somebody who told us we needed to stop our show because they were going to take it over.
Oh, really? Who's that?
I don't know. There was no name. They just said, oh, I better watch my back when I'm doing the house show because they were going to take it over. So I don't know.
Well, we don't want you to get hurt while you're doing the house show.
Hurt. Yeah.
I mean, that's happened before. You know,
Right.
I mean, you got beat
Well,
up
I
on
was
my wife. You got knocked out cold by
Yeah.
Ray for stealing his yoga
Ray
pants.
knocked me out good. Right.
That's right. So,
Yeah.
and then you got beat by your sister-in-law. I
Yeah,
mean, your
with the
sister-in-law
kendo
beat you
stick
up pretty
and,
good, too.
With a
Yeah.
baking pan too. But
Yeah,
yeah,
the baking pans.
this
I mean,
plus Ray hit me with a chair too.
yes, he
Yeah,
did.
I am guilty of that too. I am.
Well, we hope and pray that you stay safe there, Mafia Bob. We don't want
Yeah.
anything bad to happen to you, man. You are, the very American part of this show. I mean, not just the T-shirt, the gold chains, and the Jesus cross in the background there. Look at that.
Hey,
Look at this.
That's a Navy cross. That's a Navy cross.
I want to play. I want to play a Lee Greenwood record when I see you on film. That's what you make me feel like. I feel like invading Ohio or something, with a musket. Yeah.
Invade Ohio. Yeah, we'll go storm Andover.
Ooh, look at my wife. My wife's looking kind of hot right now. Maybe she
You just showed us a chair.
she put on a new
Yeah.
She put on a new blouse and some yoga pants. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right. So anyway, back to the serious business.
Yeah, Charlotte
Ray,
Flair.
Yeah, Charlotte Flair.
Isn't she going to be doing Walking Tall here soon?
Supposedly that's part of it, but what about Andrade getting cut from WWE too?
Miscarriage of justice. Huge miscarriage of justice.
Yeah, I've seen Andrade wrestle live, and he's actually a pretty good wrestler and a good showman. He puts on a good show. But then again, I mean, who knows? I mean, they cut some talent out of the roster. They trimmed it. They, like I said, the whole COVID thing changed the whole dynamic. So, again, there has to be a little bit of leeway into what they're doing and how they're doing it, because I mean, this is unprecedented. I mean, Ray, am I right or wrong?
You're right, but also they're not using a lot of guys on TV that could be used on television. Like ask yourself, when was the last time you really saw Aleister Black on television or Ricochet on television? When was the last time you saw those guys on TV? And those guys are super talented and super good, and they're not used on television. They're used on Main Event that you can see on the network, or not used at all. And that's
did you see Braun Strowman though?
At all?
Braun Strowman was dripped.
And Braun Strowman, I'm not the fondest of, but Braun Strowman, you can use a little bit better. But you mean to tell me that you can't use Ricochet any better? Ricochet, you can't use any better at all.
Well, listen, I follow Braun Strowman on Twitter.
Like that.
Yeah, I follow Braun Strowman on Twitter, and all he does is talk about his diet and his workout routine now, and and having cheat days with food. What dude talks about having cheat days? You're 6'9", you're 360 pounds. You could break a car in half. You're talking about cheat days on Twitter. Yeah, but dudes don't talk about having cheat days. Ooh, I had a Butterfinger. Ooh, I better not tell my personal trainer. Ooh, I'm so bad. Ooh.
Hey,
The Rock does.
The Rock talks about cheat days every week.
The Rock talks about cheat days. The Rock talks about his diet.
I know.
The Rock talks about his regimen.
That is the most shallow thing. Next to talking about
their stuff.
Next to talking about the weather, it's the most shallow thing you could talk about. It's like talking about, oh, I went to the bathroom today. Who cares what you ate or if you had a Snickers bar? Really?
I did 20 burpees this morning.
You didn't do burpees this morning. It's a very nice summer outfit.
Hey, I was thinking this week, you bringing up these guys talking about their nutrition and all this. Whatever happened to the guys back in the day who were out of shape and were awesome, like Greg the Hammer Valentine? And
you're right, but you got a guy like, let's say, Harley Race. Remember Harley Race, Ray, the King?
Yeah,
yes, I do. He was awesome.
This guy would drink a case of beer and drive to the next show with a case of beer and a pack of Marlboro and wrestle an hour show. and do a full
What about
boat.
Dusty Rhodes?
Dusty Rhodes. He had more
Yes.
cholesterol than I did.
Now all
these
these
guys,
guys are CrossFit, jacked up guys.
It's almost cartoonish. That's why I like guys. When I see a guy like Walter from Germany, that's like what a raw dude looks like,
Right.
It's just some angry guy that's maybe not cut down to perfection, but just an angry, nasty looking guy that hurts people. Ray, what are your thoughts? You like nutrition, I'm sure, because that's what your favorite wrestlers talk about.
No, obviously I'm not. I am not into my.
I mean, you
I
bragging
try to
about
be
what bragging about
into
what
my
you
food.
eat. I mean,
Well,
bragging about
I
what
brag
you eat
if
is like
I
bragging
do.
about, hey, I put my shoes on really good today. It's
If I brag about what I eat,
it's
it's probably the opposite. It's probably not healthy. It's probably like a country fried steak burger or something that's just grotesque and not healthy for you. But that's just because it tastes good and it
listen.
sounds amazing.
When I go
Like
home
I'm
to
the
meet the
complete
Lord
opposite. But
someday,
no, but
Ray,
guys like
I don't want to just say that I ate
need
nothing but
more Walters.
asparagus. You're right. I mean, Walter is like, you look at Walter, he's the real deal. And why are we seeing
We
Walter
need
in the
more
WWE?
Walters. We need more Mick Foleys. We need more Mick Foleys.
Hey,
Yes.
we finally got Rhea Ripley into the WWE again. Finally, she should have been there a while ago.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed. Completely agree
And
with
that's
that.
after a long wait. And that match with Asuka will more than likely be probably a show stealer. I think that's a night one match. But that'll probably be an awesome match because it's just a perfect matchup of styles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, I'm glad to see Rhea getting into the WWE. But again, where's Naomi?
And shakes up Raw. Not in the Hurt Business. I don't understand. Why is she not in the Hurt Business?
She could have actually
are we
helped them
seeing a
out and
little
actually
friction
added
in the Hurt Business?
Oh yeah, Ray, give us Hurt Business update. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Oh my God. How can you hate the Hurt Business right now when the Hurt Business is literally booming? They have the WWE champion. They just lost tag titles. But like, can we not say that like the Hurt Business is probably one of the highlights of this pandemic period? If you think about everyone involved, like
Ray,
Lashley starts out.
Fraction in them.
We might be with Cedric and Shelton.
You see that the other night?
I saw bits and pieces of it, and I was like, "This might be a bad thing," but I think as long as the Almighty's champion, it keeps it all together because that's the main goal right now. Is Lashley's your champ?
Bobby Lashley, Bobby Lashley,
and that's
not
long
an exciting
overdue.
wrestler, Ray. I'm sorry, he's not an exciting wrestler, and he's not very exciting.
If it's
on
not
the
Drew
microphone
McIntyre, if it's not McIntyre who's boring you, it's Lashley now that's boring you.
Yes.
Hey, at least McIntyre Lon has a sword and a kilt now, right?
Sword
yes,
and a
he's
kilt,
actually
and he's no
Scottish
longer your
up a little
champion.
bit. Because he can only do the Claymore so many times in the ring. Ooh, let me get you the Claymore. Ooh, I'm gonna hit you.
I was wondering how long before the accent came out.
I know.
It didn't take long, did it?
30 minutes in?
Yeah.
We're almost half hour into the show.
So, yeah, we didn't even talk about the McIntyre match with Sheamus, which actually wasn't that bad of a match.
Very physical. Very physical.
Yeah, it was. Sheamus is actually insane when it comes to physical matches. You put him in with with a Daniel Bryan and a Cesaro or even a Mustafa Ali. You put him in with any of those guys, those other athletic wrestlers. He is actually insane when it comes to taking the bumps and dishing them out and being a part of those matches. So Not a bad match, Ray. How do you grade that match?
I gave it a B, just because it's two big, strong guys that like to get physical and don't mind being physical.
Yeah.
And one thing about Sheamus, I will give him credit for, he's always been physical. He doesn't mind being physical. Yeah. So, and then Drew McIntyre, as much as you dislike him, he has been consistent through this weird pandemic period. And
but where are the tag teams at? That's what I want to know. Where are the good tag team matches? Where's Otis? Where's Heavy Machinery? Where's all this stuff at that we were getting into?
That's what I want to talk about
Heavy
too.
Machinery is dead. Well, Heavy Machinery died.
They need to put Otis back with Tucker because him in the Academy is so stupid.
Yeah.
I hate to say that I'm right, but I told you guys that was going to die very, very soon. But I was right. I told you the Otis phase was going to die off quick. I know Otis and Gable, they're trying to make it work because Otis actually can do some wrestling. I don't know how
Otis was actually hugely popular.
Yeah.
T-shirt sales. He was hugely popular, guys.
Yeah,
they wrote him
off when he was Heavy Machinery. As soon as they started making him go single and that whole Mandy Rose thing, after that
was great.
They lost me on the Tucker thing.
They could have kept it going, and they didn't have to lose the Tucker thing. They messed up a good thing.
They should have kept Heavy Machinery together and put the tag titles on Heavy Machinery. They should have never done a Mandy Rose thing. They should have made
Mandy Rose
Heavy
was
Machinery
hilarious.
Together. They should have never done that and just made them Heavy Machinery and kept them as a tag team.
It was a good storyline.
Champion.
No, the Mandy Rose thing was a good storyline, and it was playing well, and it was popular, and people wanted to see it because they love the underdog. It doesn't matter. And you know what? They put too much space in between wrapping it up. What?
What would have been the payoff?
It doesn't necessarily have to be a payoff. They break up. Play for what it's worth. I mean, who did they have involved with that? Not AJ Lee. Who was the other wrestler they had involved in that? I can't remember now.
Exactly.
It was Dolph Ziggler.
Exactly.
Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Oh, knock it off, Ray.
Exactly. Exactly. And that technically is not really Otis's fault. It's not.
Well,
technically
Otis had Money in the Bank too, and they took that away from him too.
Yeah, that Money in the Bank thing, Ray, they didn't do him any favors. They could have done something with the Money in the Bank with Otis, and they didn't. They made some kind of jerk
sit there
storyline with him losing his Money in the Bank. They could have done something with it because when they gave it to the Miz, Mafia Bob, what the hell did they do with it when they gave it to the Miz? Nothing. It was stupid.
Nothing.
It was nothing. Nothing, Ray. Nothing.
And it would have been just as bad if Otis tried to cash it in on Roman Reigns. Are you out of your mind?
Well, so why do you think he would have lost? Why not?
But why even give it
in the first 5 seconds would have bought Otis trying to cash in on your tribal chief.
No, Bob hit it right on the head. Why give it to him in the first place if that's what you're going to do to him?
5 seconds. There's no way you couldn't make a match out of that. You wouldn't have been able to make a match out of that for Otis.
No, but why? Are your writers that bad that you can't see down the road that far ahead that you're just going to give it to them to begin with? I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Why give it
you really want me to say it?
Why give it to them in the first place then?
Yes, they are.
They are that bad.
They're that bad. And that's not meant to be mean. That's just honest. They're that bad.
Let's give our final thoughts on WrestleMania. What do we expect to see? Again, WrestleMania is without the crowd. It's a little bit different. the last live WrestleMania we saw the main event match with Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins at the beginning of WrestleMania, which went on to be a very uneventful WrestleMania. Guys, they've got 2 or 3 things going on in this WrestleMania that could be big. One of them, I think, again, is the Roman Reigns match, but I don't want it to come down to a triple threat. I want to see it come down to just Edge or come down to something better than that. Ray, Bob, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean,
Ray.
it looks like it's going to be a triple threat match, and I kind of want to see a triple threat match as to just Roman Reigns and either one of those two. Also, and I'm looking forward, honestly, to the Asuka and Rhea Ripley match. I really don't care about Bad Bunny and The Miz. Come on.
No, that's kid stuff. That's clown stuff.
Yeah. And then New Day versus AJ Styles and his guy there.
Boring.
What's his name? What's his
Exactly.
name?
It's
Yeah.
Almost or
So
Almost.
That's a Almost. Yeah, that's a match. I don't really. Come on. We forgot to talk about this too, Lon. Retribution splitting up. What are they? It's finally probably going to be done and over with.
No, they're making it
Which is a good
multiply. They're
thing.
making it even worse. They're making it even worse.
They can let Ali
Ray, what are
get
your
back
thoughts?
to his single matches.
that's
It'd be
true.
nice to
That's
have a
true,
live
too.
crowd. It's gonna be nice to have a live WrestleMania crowd. For the first time in like a year or so. The Roman match, regardless of what the end result is going to be a big match. Both women's championship matches are going to be big. Whatever match ends up
Did
for
we lose
Seth is
Ray?
going to be a big one. You're probably not going to watch, but
I think we might have
Lashley
lost Ray
and
here.
Drew will probably be no. Lashley and Drew. No, you didn't. Did you? Lashley and Drew will probably be a good one. And then the rest of the stuff is kind of bland. It's kind of eh. But the fact that we're gonna have live crowds is gonna tell us how really good the product is, and and that's gonna be the big tell.
Right.
And I really hope that after this year, for
That's
both
right.
nights,
Can't wait to go out there and be live.
they and hopefully they just stop with the host thing after this year, too. I really hope they stop with the host thing.
Hey, check this out, boys.
And that's really it.
I got the Band-Aid on. I got the vaccine today.
Nice.
You see that? There you go. Proof, you guys can get it too. Because we need to get back to normal.
I got
back to the
mine
live
last week.
stuff. Good for you. What about you, Bab?
I'm for it.
Bob, there's no microchip in it.
That's okay.
All right, Bob, what are your final thoughts on WrestleMania?
I already gave them the matches I'm looking forward to and all that. And I'm with Ray. It'll be nice to see live audience mainly. That's going to be the big thing right there.
I guess. Yeah, that's true. So, guys, is there anything else? Did I miss anything, Ray?
No, we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, it felt good to be back and see you guys again. It's been a while, and don't forget,
Same.
Ray. He's on he's on Cool Sports every other Saturday on Cool 101.7 Mafia Bob. He will be seen on a dirt road out in the Cambridge Springs area chucking mail to people. And, so anyway, got to thank Kevin Tomney, our executive producer, and Angels. Hello to you out there. All right, guys, we're going to see you later. Take care.
See you.
Bob, we'll see you later. See you later, Ray. Take care, everybody. Have a
See
good
you
night.
guys.
Thanks for tuning in to Lonnie Boy's House Show. Peace.
I'm WWE superstar Alexa Bliss, and you're watching Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Watch me on Friday Night SmackDown on Fox.